Yo, it just started raining. What good luck is that for the video? But anyway, I think the rain is like the perfect mood for today's video, because today we're going to talk about, you know, the things as a foreigner in China, things like not looking like the majority of the people here, the cultural shocks, stuff like that. So we're going to talk about the people that will not like it in China. By the way, just look at the beautiful like river thing I'm walking next to. So beautiful. And actually there are so many trees. I don't think I need my umbrella, so let's take that away. Okay, well, it started raining again. So here we are. Anyway, so firstly I want to start this video off by talking about the things that you will experience as a foreigner, just to kind of prepare you. So the first thing is being treated like a zoo animal. I don't mean that in a rude way. It is just the best to kind of explain it. You know, like people yelling hello in your face and pointing, staring. And it's not just the kids, you know, definitely adults also point and stare a lot. That is something that you just have to get used to. A lot of times people will want to take pictures with you. I literally had so many instances before that grandmas literally just give me their baby and be like, can you please take a picture with my baby? I'm like, okay. So people are gonna want to take pictures with you a lot, whether it's in your city or when you go traveling. That's gonna happen a lot. You know, these kind of things you really just have to get used to. Because like back in my small town in South Africa, there are some Asians working there. And definitely when we passed them before, I remember like I would stare definitely a few seconds longer. And it's just normal, right? Because these people look different than us. So don't like come here with your attitude and be like, oh, but why do people stare? It's because we look different. And so many of these people have never seen a foreigner maybe in real life before, or kids are so interested. So just, you know, it's all about your mind. Just let it go. Chinese people are very curious. Of course they are. But be careful, it is not as bad as you may think. They're just being curious, just give them like 10 seconds to look at you and then continue on. I think the most difficult thing for me definitely was in restaurants. Like we would sit and people will be like taking pictures of us while we eat. That was a little bit like uncomfortable. But you know, enjoy it. Be like, oh, I'm famous for 10 seconds and then the moment passes. So just look past it. Another thing on the list is you will always be seen as a foreigner. You will always be seen as the Waiguran, the Lawai. That's foreigner in Chinese. No matter if you can speak Chinese fluently, if you know some Tai Chi, some Kung Fu, whatever, if you can write Tang Dynasty poetry in water calligraphy, all these fancy things, nope, you'll still be seen as a foreigner. And that is something that, you know, you have to put yourself out there. You have to force yourself kind of to make Chinese friends or get to know the culture a little bit. And this is where also learning Chinese comes in. If you are not willing to even learn a little bit of Chinese, don't come. You're just gonna waste your time. You learn so much from the locals, from the culture, by just knowing a little bit of Chinese. And also coming here, especially if you're an introvert, it kind of forces you to put yourself outside of your comfort zone to make friends with different cultures like Chinese. And you know, just try to fit in as much as possible. And if you plan to live here long, you need to make some effort to make this your home. So if you're always going to be like, oh, I'm always going to be seen as a foreigner and I'm not going to learn Chinese, yeah, then don't come to China. Next on the list, we got public bathrooms. So please be prepared, especially if you're going to a village or a small town. Be prepared to walk into a public bathroom where there are people squatting over holes in the floor with no doors, cell phones, like, you know, Chinese playing their Chinese TikTok, which is called douyin, on 100% volume, or screaming into their cell phones while talking to someone. Be prepared. Like, trust me, you will never be bored or never walk out of that bathroom and not have something to say. And also, please bring toilet paper, because here toilet papers aren't in every single bathroom. So please bring toilet paper, bring some hand sanitizer. This is only like in villages. Please don't, you know, get all freaked out. Like in the bigger cities, of course, they have normal, clean bathrooms. So don't be too scared of that. But yeah, just prepare, because ooh, that was the first time I saw that. That's something you gotta get used to. Our next topic is public hygiene and manners. This is actually a very difficult topic because so many Chinese clean the roads, they pick up the trash, like the streets are so clean. But then when you walk into a restaurant, like after people ate, it will be so dirty, like everywhere on the floor, the tables, like the hygiene there is just completely out of the window. And that's just not how I grew up. Like the other day, or actually it happens quite a lot, like my kids would blow their nose with a tissue and then just throw the tissue on the floor after using it, after the trash bin is literally like 1 meter away from them. So that is definitely something I'm not okay with. And also here, I don't know if you know, but it's allowed to smoke in every single restaurant. So they're allowed to smoke. So if you have a problem with smoking, and you know, a lot of people like their throats close and they just can't stand the smell, that is going to be a problem, because here you don't have special smoking areas. Oh, also you are going to have to prepare for this before you come, especially the men. They just spit wherever they go. It will be normal for someone to just walk in front of you and just, you know, make that sound, or and then spit, or just blow a big pot of snot out of their nose. Yep, that is still not something that I'm used to, but you're gonna have to prepare for that. So if you're not even too willing to live with that, yeah, no, don't even make the effort to come here. And also the babies here, the kids, they use toilets anywhere. Like, I mean, tree toilets, bush toilets, those kind of nature toilets. The babies, they wear pants where their bum has like a hole in it, and they can literally just, the grandma picks them up and they can just poo anywhere. And that is just, sometimes I have to like break my neck completely just to avoid that and look away. So at the beginning I thought it's cute, but now, like, sometimes the kids are like 4 or 5 years old and the parents still let them just pee anywhere, just literally in public with like thousands of people walking around in the streets. Yeah. Another topic that I want you to be aware of is the drinking culture here in China. Like, the Chinese really do drink a lot. I know foreigners drink a lot, but here, especially if you go on business dinners, it's always going to be a drunk fest, especially with the men. It's just like kind of respectful. Even they don't talk a lot, it's always like cheers. And there's a Chinese alcohol called baijiu. Just be careful of that alcohol. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna have a rough morning the next morning if you don't be careful. Like, that is, yeah, baijiu is rough. Here, like with business dinners and with drinking, it's kind of get blackout drunk or get out kind of vibe. Another thing is public holidays. I've made a video about this before, but I just want to warn you again. Like, public holidays are the craziest thing I've ever seen here in China. Like, it is millions of people, tired people, traveling at exactly the same time, fighting through crowds. Everything is more expensive. All these people are just traveling same time. So the bus, train stations, airports are crazy. That's why mostly foreigners like me and most of my friends during holidays just stay at home. You will be safer. You will enjoy a much more relaxing holiday by just staying at home. Chinese holidays are crazy. This is probably the biggest thing for me, is here you can't help people who are in a fight. So in my country, and I know most European countries, if people are fighting, you like run to try and separate them. No, you're not allowed to do that here, because then you kind of get involved in the fight. The police are also going to question you. And I think that is so difficult. Like, it's not common, but like men do sometimes physically abuse women in public, and then people just don't do anything. And that is where I'm like, that is a big no for me. Like, I have been boxing for 2 years in China, and I'm proud to say, like, I'll knock a man out. Seriously, like, that bothers me a lot. And you as a foreigner, I do want to warn you, don't be in a fight in China. Like, if you are that kind of guy or even girl who always picks a fight, especially when you're drinking, do not come to China, because you anyway gonna get probably deported within the first month of you being here. because it's just how it is. Like if you as a foreigner get into a fight with a Chinese, they're probably going to look into you more because you are a foreigner. So don't get into a fight. So if you are that kind of person, don't come to China. So the things I just shared with you, they do happen, but that's not the only thing that affects it here. Also attitudes, Western attitudes will not make you like it here. Like, let's jump in with the most common one, authority. Oh, if you don't like authority, you don't respect authority, do not get on that plane. Like, authority is the most respectful thing here in China. Chinese people really do what they're told. Like if their boss says something, they do it. They don't ask questions. They don't question why we have to do this, why we have to do that. Like police officers, if they stop you and they ask for your passport, even if you've done nothing wrong, like just give them the passport. Don't ask any questions. Trust me, you're not gonna come out the winner. Just let go of your ego a little bit. China is a very, very big country. It is changing all the time. So sometimes the systems, the rules, they do change. So just apply with them and go with it. Like now after COVID, I definitely have to say like everywhere is more chilled, more relaxed, like train stations, subways, even supermarkets. You don't have to scan any more codes, so it is more relaxed. Like I said, like especially with fighting, just don't do it, just stay away. The police officers here are very on it. Traffic police, normal police officers, really, they take their job very, very seriously. So just know that when you come here, you're probably gonna have to sometimes do things you don't want to do, or you're gonna want to question like, why are you stopping me? Why do you need my passport? Just give it to them. I've never had a problem with someone stopping me, asking for my passport, and I just give it to them and it's over. Like they're not gonna question you for 20 minutes. So just prepare for that. Like we've all had the conversation with each other about how bad the Western media makes China look. Like literally every single good thing they turn into a negative. So can we just quickly tip our hats to the Western media for spending so much time to make a country look bad? Like, of course, I'm not saying this country is perfect. No country is perfect. That's not my point at all. I'm just trying to tell you, like, if you believe every single thing that you read in the media, oh, I cannot even. Like, there are so many foreigners here that have different kinds of experiences. Just go on Facebook, join some groups, or even just come and experience it for yourself. Like, decide for yourself what you think about China. There are so many good things here that you will definitely enjoy. And if you choose to then stay out of China because of the things that you read on the Western media, then by the way, you're just weak and kind of pathetic. So then just stay out of China anyway, because there's no weak people here. That was a bit rude, but anyway, you get my point. Like, just come to China and experience it for yourself. I just wanted to share with you everything that is going on here and things that you have to prepare for. But the good outweighs the bad so much more. And even these things are not that bad, like, being treated like a zoo animal. It's just things you gotta get used to. Like, make fun out of it, enjoy it. You watched until the end. I'm so thankful for you guys just commenting and engaging with me all the time. It really makes me feel so thankful, and just like that you guys hear me talk, and I do appreciate that you kind of like listening to me talk. It definitely makes it easier for me to know that I'm not just talking to a camera or to myself, that I'm actually talking with real souls out there. So thank you guys so much for enjoying another great video with me. Again, all comments are welcome. Let's talk about everything. Share your mind with me, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.